This is a video presentation by Sarah Elizabeth Mitchell for Dr. Downs' Domestic Animal Behavior class at Middle Tennessee State University. This video is about eating behaviors in domestic animals. It will cover prehensive and mastication behavior. First, we will cover emus, chickens, turkeys, and geese. The next type of animal we will be dealing with is of the equine variety. First covering miniature ponies and donkeys, then horses. Next, we will be dealing with alpacas, following with a Highland bull. The fifth type of animal is dogs, and the final type of animal is a cat. Please excuse the kids and people throughout the video. We took this on Easter. The first animals we will be looking at is the emus. For the most part, we will be looking at Edie, but Eddie is in the clips as well. Here is Edie and me cuddling, then the girls as well. As you can see, we started examining the eating behavior of the emus with corn. The emu picks up the grain with its beak and holds it in the tip, feeling the size and the dimensions to determine whether or not it should swallow. This is called prehension. We then examine the emu eating behavior with dog food. As you can see, it picks up the dog food and just kind of holds it and like flips it around in its beak, determining whether to swallow because birds don't actually chew their food. They swallow it, and then the gizzard, which has stones in it, kind of rumbles it together, and that's what breaks up the food rather than chewing it. Then we observe the emu eating behavior with carrots. As you can see, they would peck at them and grab at them and break it off with the tip of their beaks. As you can see, here's um, Eddie joining in on the carrots. We finished examining the emu eating behavior with shiny eggs because birds react differently to shiny things than other animals do. And it's actually how they teach baby birds to drink water when there's not mama birds around. The next animals we observe in this video will be the silky banty chickens named Molly and Dolly. Now, even though both emus and chickens are of the avian species, they eat in different ways. Chickens tend to walk around scratching at the ground looking for food, and emus just kind of tend to pick and peck at things. We begin with watching Molly eating corn. In the video, you can see her sort of scratching at the feed. She completely ignores the shiny egg when we give it to her, though. So here she is scratching and seeing where the feed's at. And here's Dolly. And now we can watch as Dolly and the other chickens scratch at the corn and pick at it. The next type of animal we observe in this video is a turkey named Butterball. As you can see, he doesn't really scratch at the corn, he just pecks at it. The next animals we observe in this video are geese and guineas. You can see the geese don't really scratch at their feet. They more use their beaks to pick it up and sort through the feed. Now we will move away from the avian species and into the mammalian species. We will begin with the equine animals. We will first begin by examining miniature ponies and a donkey, and then we will follow along with horses. Here we have Charlie, the little bay pony, And then we have Little Bit, the little sorrel pony. And Dusty, the little donkey here that's gray. And we also have Misty, the little white pony. First, we will begin by examining their eating behavior with carrots. As you can see, first they pull the carrot with their lips or their front teeth and push it to the back to chew. See how Charlie grabs it with his front teeth and then works its way back to his back teeth to then chew it up further? He breaks it off with his front there. Next, we will examine the Minnie's eating behavior with dog food. Now we're examining Charlie's eating behavior with sweet feed. And again, we see him pick it up with his lips and then push it into the back of his mouth to chew it further. See, he's picking up right now and getting his mouth full of feed. And then he's going to push it back to chew it. Now we see Charlie chewing his hay, which he's picked up and he's pushing back further into his mouth and chewing with his back molar teeth. Next, we will examine the larger horses. We will now be watching the thoroughbreds Ty and Kizzy. First, we'll watch them eat carrots, and then grass, and then grain. Here's Ty and me and Kizzy out in the pasture. Here's me and Ty together. And this is me and Kizzy together. And here's Alex feeding Ty's carrot. And as you can see, Ty uses both his lips and his teeth to grab the carrot and bring it into his mouth, which he then pushes to the back of his mouth to further chew up. And now Xander's going to give Kizzy her carrot, and she again uses her lips and her teeth to put it in her mouth to push it to the back to chew it further with her molar teeth. Here's Kizzy chewing grass. Horses use their lips to pull the blades of the grass off the ground, their lips and their teeth, and they just grab the tips of the blades because they don't want the roots. They just want the very ends of the tip. And, or not Kizzy, this is Ty. And they won't stay in one spot when they eat grass. They're constantly moving from spot to spot. And here's Ty eating his senior feed, which he picks up a mouthful of food with his lips and gets it in there and pushes it to the back. And he chews it with his molar teeth. If he's not paying attention, he tends to drop some. The next animals we will be watching are the female alpacas or the girls and the baby. First, we'll see them out in the pasture, and then later we'll see them inside the barn. See, here we are all together, me outside their stall. And see, here's Alex offering them a carrot, which they won't come near us because they're not very nice. But here Alex is throwing them a carrot, and they're smelling of it. They decided they don't want the carrot, but oh well. Here we are inside the barn, and they're all eating their grain. Which alpacas, they again, they have a bit of an underbite. So they pick it up like a spoon almost with their bottom mouth, kind of scoop it up, and then bring it into their mouth and push it to the back. Here we see the alpacas being hand fed alfalfa hay, which they grab with their lips and they kind of just work to the back of their mouth by chewing back and forth. They get it to the back of their mouth and they just chew it again and again. They're kind of like cows, like chewing their cud. They just keep on chewing. See, that's Matilda there. She has a really bad underbite. You can see it when she doesn't have hay in her mouth, but hers is the worst out of the alpacas. The next animal that we will be looking at is a Highland bull named Shabby. That is a ginormous pet, basically. Um, yeah, there's me and there's him inside of his stall. There he is getting scratches. See how he's grabbing out with his tongue? Cows use their tongue to grab grass. Instead of their teeth, they'll wrap their tongues around long blades of grass and pull it up that way. And their tongues are abrasive, so it hurts when they rub it against your skin. And see, here's Shabby getting ready to eat his feed when he stops waving his horns around. Um, He's picking the feet up with his lips and putting it in his teeth and pushing it to the back and chewing it with his molars. The next animals we will be looking at are my dogs and my cats, my 3 dogs and my 1 cat. And they are eating a special treat. It is a cow marrow bone that has peanut butter, ham, pretzels, hot dog, um, and dog treats inside of it. Here's Buckle, our little Yorkie. We decided to give her the first try at it because she has the smallest mouth. Um, Buckle is our sort of picky eater. Aw, she thinks she's in trouble right now. Mm, she's going for the hot dog. She's not a big fan of it unless it's meat. And here's Charlie. She's our real picky eater. She likes chips and things like that. She's our fat cat. Here's Buckle. She's gonna lick the floor again. Here's Charlie again. She's decided she's gonna lick the peanut butter off the inside. Cats normally eat by licking and they're canines, so makes sense. And this is Sophia, our lab boxer mix. She is our more delicate and clean dog, so she again goes for the hot dog. Um, if you're confused by what she's doing, she's sitting here licking because she got a lot of peanut butter on her tongue. She's trying to get it off right now. Um, Sophia, she eats pretty much whatever you give her, but it has to taste good. If it's like just a plain pretzel, she won't eat it. But if it's a pretzel covered with like cheese, she'll eat it. Here we're still looking at trying to get to the hot dog. She really wants the hot dog on the inside. And Jojo, our wild child, is here. She is a Siberian Husky and Border Collie mix. And she gets the last try because we know that she'll completely clean out the whole thing. Uh, she will find a way to do it. And she will eat literally anything we give her. I've seen her eat an orange before. The only thing I've ever given this dog she will not eat is an orange peel. But see how she's using her tongue to lick it and get inside of it. In a real world atmosphere in which dogs didn't get fed in bowls, they would use their tongues and canines to clean the meat off of bones rather than get fed dry dog food or wet dog food or whatever you feed your dogs in bowls. Um, so pretty much two of my dogs would be screwed and my other dog would be okay. And now she's going to clean the floor for me. Jojo has a particular style of eating. We got her in October from Paws, and not sure if it's something from being a stray or what it is, but she eats everything and anything. Her pen gets cleaned on a daily basis from her trash hoarding. So you can see now why we gave her the bone last. Because when she got the bone, it still had a hot dog and a good portion of peanut butter and ham left inside of it. Here's Charlie licking the counter from hot dog meat and peanut butter. And now we go to Jojo back to licking the bone. And that is all. So, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, and go MTSU Blue Raiders.